edition of Celtics Roundtable here on CLNS Media. CLNS Media, the leading online provider of audio video coverage of your favorite Boston Celtics. Welcome inside, everybody. It is a Wednesday morning. Myself, Evan Valenti, alongside Matt Ignal, and joined by, I think, with the way we've discussed this podcast pre-show, this show could not be done without Jack Michael, who everybody knows via Twitter. Jack, throw your Twitter handle one more time for me.
It's Jack_Michael17.
Perfect. And that's you. Everybody knows him. He is the I don't know, the leader of the Scary Terry Army. Maybe I mean that's a pretty lofty thing to put on you, but I think that's fair. Today's show brought to you in part by eHarmony. Use our promo code Boston Celtics at checkout. When you sign up for a 3-month subscription, you get a free month with it by using that promo code Boston Celtics with eHarmony today.
I got to say one more thing about our guest here.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we could go all day on this.
You know how if you could follow any Sixers person, a bunch of Celtics fans are commenting, pictures of Alex Jones, gifs of Alex Jones. Jack Michael here is the creator of, he's the originator of that meme. 76ers Twitter is just info wars for basketball. It's brilliant.
So
this is the man.
I didn't know that until very recently. Sheehan explained it to me, and I felt very dumb. And I still haven't paid the correct homage to you as just the king of pissing off 76ers Twitter. So congratulations. If Twitter melts down, if the Celtics play the Sixers, the Eastern semis, it's gonna be on you, bud. So I hope you wear that proudly.
Yeah, I will say when I originally made the tweet, I did not intend for relations between us and the 76ers fans to kind of degrade to what they are now. But you know what? It's going to be fun. We're going to post through it. We're all going to get suspended. It's going to be fun.
Even though we have games to cover, we're getting ready for the playoffs. And as we get ready for the playoffs, we thought it would be a really fun idea to just do some really silly awards. And the first one, we have no idea how long this is going to go. We have some in the tank that we might not even get to, and we'll save for a different show. Because the first question, I think, for the award show is going to take up the majority of the show. I probably have to interrupt it to do a live read. But in your eyes, Jack Michael and my man Matt Ignal, who is the 2017-2018 most memeable Celtic winner? And I start with Jack Michael, obviously.
I think this answer is tough in that the beginning of the season there was such good Jalen content. It was looking to be a season of Jalen. He had the first game where he dunked on LeBron, or kind of dunked close to LeBron, and he put his hand in his face where LeBron is looking up at him and almost in shock that he was dunked on. But my answer's got to be Terry. So just looking through, Terry returned to Twitter around February of this year, and I would put just 2018, just calendar year 2018, February to April, Terry Rozier up against any Celtic of the last 20 years.
We could go back even further than the start of the year. Like this summer was the summer of Guerschon Yabusele.
Yeah.
Incredibly memeable man. Him in the hot tub, that was great. Jalen in Dubai. You gotta give credit there.
Yes, that was good.
But my pick, and he's going to be logging on in just a second, and it's mainly due to this man's memes. But my pick for most memeable Celtics this year is Marcus Morris.
That's a good one.
I just can't. Terry's been great. Jalen's been great. Jason Tatum in what was it? Dressed up as a knight or something. That amazing.
And the big hat.
But I mean, come on, Marcus Morris. I'm not gonna take the easy layup. I'm gonna shoot a fadeaway. That's just
NBA, I'm sorry
prime
for
material.
ref ass.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That should make him win by default.
I think so. I think the Terry Rozier versus Marcus Morris discussion is interesting, and then I'm going to add another guy later that I think is not getting nearly enough credit. I think there's two guys. But I want to stick with this. It's Rozier versus Morris. Now I'll give Rozier. I'll give Morris a bump because I think Morris has done more memeable things on the court. I think that needs to matter. I think the fact that he slapped the referee on the ass has to matter, and followed up with a complete money tweet later on that he later retracted just because he thought it was disingenuous. I thought it was perfect. He's had so many big fadeaways. There was the drinking the cup meme that goes crazy.
Yeah.
How many different memes of Marcus Morris on the bench looking fly as hell are there out there in the meme sphere? I just think when you look at quality on the court, the amount of times to be able to meme something because Marcus Morris did something ridiculous on the court is memorable. Now, I just think that because it hasn't happened in a long time, we've kind of lost track of it. But I think a lot of weird Celtics Twitter is built off what Kyrie Irving has said this year. And I feel like we're doing a disservice to Kyrie's brilliance by not bringing him up in this discussion. I mean, you talk about Matt. I thought one of the best things ever made this year was Sam Sheehan's, who said it, Dr. Manhattan or Kyrie Irving matchup. That was legitimately one of the most brilliant things anybody's done on the internet this year. And it showed. I mean, he went viral for like a little bit with that because it got picked up by everybody.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Kyrie Irving was a quote god this year. He's going to place third in here. Whatever your top two is, I think Kyrie's got to be 3.
Okay. Can we make a Mount Rushmore? Because we need to make a Mount Rushmore of memeable guys. Who gets the last spot, Jack Michael? A guy that's come on strong lately with the Moose, Yabusele,
Moose from Funk,
or Jaylen Brown.
Well, see, I think we're also forgetting Marcus Smart hasn't been as memeable this year.
Right.
So he's kind of a legacy, I would say.
Yeah.
So as far as this year, I would have to go with Yabusele.
Really? Yeah. Wow. Over the Moose, who just every time he does something crazy, there's a picture of him in Moose antlers on the internet immediately.
Greg Moose has been.
Matt, let me get your Mount Rushmore here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Yabu. The bow and arrow dab probably puts him over the top for me.
I just can't believe we're going to leave Jaylen Brown off the meme Mount Rushmore. I just find that kind of crazy. I know the one thing. My one point would be that would be like Yabu only has one move. It's the dab. That's all we do.
Well,
at least with Jaylen, there's like him at Harvard doing that tech speak or doing just like the let me be your life coach Jaylen Brown event. There's him in Dubai. There's him in like 8 different covers of Slam magazine because they've been all over Jaylen this year. I feel like we're missing out. I think if I had to do my Mount Rushmore, it's got to be Jaylen over everybody else. I just think, the amount of content we've gotten on a Jaylen Brown so far this year has been truly phenomenal.
All right. Well, let's transition here because I think Jaylen, in terms of serious awards, so we don't scare off everyone. I think.
Well, if you're talking about getting serious, Matt, people out there in the dating world need to get serious today.
I can't believe you just did that.
Today's show is brought to you by eHarmony. To all those that dabble in online dating, let me ask you something. Are you sick of lazy text messages and conversations that never, ever get anywhere? Well, ditch those apps and those other sites and get ready to fall in love seriously just by signing up for eHarmony today. eHarmony is the #1 most trusted dating site or app based on a 2018 survey of 1,600 singles. They are built to help you find a lasting, meaningful relationship. They bring compatible people together by using decades of science, data, and psychological research. And if you don't believe me, just ask Lisa and Mark from California. Quote, "We never thought we'd meet someone online that was so compatible, and we are so grateful that we were able to find each other." Signing up for eHarmony could not be any easier. Just quickly create an account, answer some personal questions like how you react to certain situations, what you care about in life, how important certain goals are to you, etc. And then get ready to meet the love of your life. And right now, our listeners get a free month with eHarmony when I sign up for a 3-month subscription. Again, it's a free month. Sign up for a 3-month subscription just using our promo code Boston Celtics at checkout. Stop waiting and start your journey to a satisfying, meaningful relationship. It can be fun to play around the online dating apps, right? But when you're ready to fall in love with someone and having a meaningful relationship, a serious relationship, there's only one app that's built to bring you real love, and that is eHarmony. Come and see how eHarmony can change your life. Go to eHarmony.com and get started today. Enter the promo code Boston Celtics at checkout.
Evan, that was a Hall of Fame transition, by the way.
I had to. Once you said the word serious, because I was thinking about it in my head, I was going to transition there. Once you said the word serious, green light, bam, gone. See you later. Evan Valenti, Matt Ignal, Jack Michael here on a phenomenal version of Celtics Roundtable. LP now joining the episode. I guess.
What's up, boys?
Can we do this real quick with LP? You think we have time with this, Matt?
Yeah, go
Can we
for
get
it.
him? All right.
I'll throw it all
LP,
together.
You gotta help us out here. This actually might just take up the rest of the episode. More memeable Celtic this year. Morris or Scary Terry? I don't know, put you on the spot.
Wow, that is a tough call.
Jack Michael obviously went
honestly,
with Terry.
I memed harder with Mook, and that was like probably like like Terry is the best. Like
Yeah.
we can all agree to that. Like he's rolling up and planting entire gardens in like
$500
$3,000 track suits. Yeah, it's just like no big deal. So we knew that was a commodity, but like the fact that Mook just came onto this team in exchange for Avery Bradley, and just brought this like isolation awesomeness to this swagger, I'd say like he brings such a don't mess with us swagger to this team, and it kind of works off of Smart. It's great. So I'll go just.
I think the Riffs man put it best, where Marcus Morris is Flesh dad. He's the dad. He's the guy that rolls up to his class. He's rolling up to the kids' games.
Like you making fun of my boy? I'll you up right now.
Yeah.
He's there
he reminds me of a real life version of like a Tracy Morgan character. You know what I'm saying? Like if Tracy Morgan were to play a basketball player or vice versa, it would be Mook Morris.
An identical twin on another team that we might play in the playoffs.
Who's your Mount Rushmore? You got Mook, Terry. Give me 2 other spots. I put Kyrie.
Smart.
And I put on there.
Definitely Smart.
Okay.
Whew. Is it Kyrie for my 4th? I'd have to probably go Jalen over Kyrie, honestly, because I got the wokeness from Jalen for the Mount Rushmore. And then, just
fair point. Matt, before we interrupted your actual serious question with that, why don't we get back to that?
Well, I was hoping to do some actual basketball questions. Do we want to go down that route, or want more silly stuff?
Whatever. Let's just let it ride. After that, I don't know how we make it. I don't know how we do anything better.
All right,
than
screw
that,
it. So. All right, swagger rankings then.
Yeah, the people are here already. Like if they made it this far, they're here for the full ride.
Yeah. Swag rankings.
Yeah, yeah. This is the old CLNS roundtable, new CLNS roundtable stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. Jaylen Brown 1 through 5. Who's playing for 6 at this point? Right.
I mean, on 12:01. At 12:01 on January 1st, Jaylen Brown posts on Instagram like pictures of him in like a suit, looking somber, post up against a wall, sitting on a couch, laying down with his head back. Like so, I have to go with Lucky on this one.
Yeah, Jalen's good.
Jalen,
Terry's up there. Morris is
Sure.
up there. I think Morris gets a little bit more. I bump up just a little bit more for just the like. I'm on the bench, but I'm not playing tonight. Like his street clothes wear, I think his street clothes wear is like just absolutely. The gold glasses, gold lenses was one of the better things I've seen.
Yeah.
If we're keeping it 100, we got to hand Morris like a huge round of gratitude for. He's trying to create a clothing company with Thomas Robinson, who I don't even know if he's on an NBA roster right now.
I don't think he is.
But he makes some great clothes.
Yeah,
I'd totally wear his shit.
The logo kind of
that's an uphill battle.
The logo kind of looks like the triangle Kyrie, third eye logo as well. So that's another point for him.
So my question to you, Matt, is wokeness ratings versus swagger ratings 2 different things?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I would say I don't know if Jalen's the most woke on the team. I'll give that to Kyrie, no question. Kyrie's like 3rd brain, 4th brain, 5th, the galaxy brain, all the way up to the top.
Yeah, no one can touch Kyrie in that category. I think we also got to give a shout out to Jason Tatum for improving his swagger over the course of the year, and I think he's got a chance to actually win this award next year if things.
That beard almost connects. Once that beard connects, it's game over for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know. What if he keeps the sideburns? What if he just grows those out like 2 inches, like a solid, just like block, just with a clear chin, just like no big deal. And then he's got the dad swag. He's got he just went from he doesn't have to be single cool. Now he just has to be dad cool, and he can just throw dad jokes out like no big deal.
Right. I mean, I believe I'm gonna how everybody was going crazy over the picture of LeBron next to Charles Oakley, and they look very alike. Somebody's like, is that LeBron's dad? I still think George Gervin is actually Jason Tatum's dad. Like, I'm not even kidding about that. They look legitimately identical.
I mean,
they're both long dudes. They've got the finger roll going on. I think that's just clearly, obviously a thing, and nobody really took off with it. So I'm pretty upset about that.
I mean, Jason is dressing his kid up in Gucci hoodies and doing photo shoots with him. So, I mean, you can't really.
That's a cool dad.
Yeah, that's a cool dad.
What other awards did you guys come up with?
Not wearing Gucci when I was a kid.
Yeah.
What other awards did you guys come up with?
You got an award?
Well, let's see. We did cool. We did swagger. We did woke. Do you want to run with the woke? Do you want to see who? I mean, because it's Kyrie at the top, and then Jalen, I would say, and then after that, I mean, Jason respects women still, but
I'd probably go Terry on there somewhere. He's pretty woke, no doubt. He knows. The one thing I like about Tate,
he's online. He's online. So he's
online.
A little bit woke.
Yeah, and he's aware of like who he is online, which I think is very important. Like Kyrie does not care. He just says what he says. At least Terry's like, I think Terry thinks about it a little bit. Like, is the internet going to blow up when I say this? Yes, and then he posts it. That's basically.
Well, that's the way to go. Yeah. Sorry, Matt.
Jaylen Brown had an interview in The Guardian titled "Sport is a Mechanism of Control."
Yes.
I mean,
yeah,
the idea that he's not number one is pretty incredible.
That's true.
Consider that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would honestly push for him for one if like we're gonna be completely honest. Like, I think he's real woke, and I think Kyrie is like, I follow some cool people on Instagram, and I think I'm woke, but like I think Jalen has actually figured out the meaning of life, and he's just like toying with people. He wants to make it a test. He wants to like prod you out, be like, do you really know what's up? I'm not gonna tell you at all, but like I'm here to listen to see how close you get. So like I think Jalen is actually at the top of the pyramid. And Kyrie is like he's in the top percentile.
Wow, that's incredible. I never thought about it that way. That article is incredible, but I just still think so it's real wokeness versus fake wokeness. Well, I think Kyrie fakes it pretty well, so I'm gonna stick with Kyrie.
I wouldn't even say fake wokeness.
Yeah, no. He's definitely like even with like the flat earth stuff, like which might be true, might not be true. I don't know. I'm just saying, but
do your own research. That's what he wants.
Exactly. That's what he advocates for, is do your own research, and that's not necessarily a bad position to have. When he's saying,
that's woke.
That's woke. Do your own, just do your own research. Don't believe everything you're told. So that's a good position. So, look, it's a tight race for sure. So.
Yeah, why don't people debate it in the comment section? Maybe we'll do that.
There you
like
go.
We'll post this up, and then people can be like, we can give out. So what we'll do is we'll do like a chain thread of here's the podcast. Then we'll put the questions like, okay, who's on your Mount Rushmore of memeability? Who's the most memeable Celtic? Who's the wokest Celtic, and who has the most swag?
We can fire up. Yeah, we'll fire up some Twitter polls and get this answer.
Yeah, we're gonna get you guys.
I think Smart is completely not on the woke board. Like, I think wokeness is just like, it's so secondary to what he's about. He's just like, LA. I don't see he's like, I don't see a physical attribute where this is benefiting me. So like, this doesn't it's like Semi Ojeleye. I don't think Semi's caring about woke. He's just caring about the diameter of his biceps, which
Can we do just a real quick real news thing? Because Marcus Smart, it came out that Smarts could return the 27th of April,
which would be game
Game
6?
7.
Game 7, yeah. One of the two.
Right? Can we just talk about the holy hellfire that will rain down when Marcus Smart finally takes the court again? Because that guy's got so much cooped up energy that he's just gonna here's the two scenarios that are gonna happen with Marcus Smart when he finally hits the floor. One, he goes off for 42 in can't miss, or he goes
double
1
with
for
steals.
14 but makes 5 huge plays at the end of the game to win the game. Because one of those things is going to happen.
0 for 6. And has 8 turnovers in the second half.
Yeah, but picks up 2 charges on out of bounds plays against James Harden to win the game.
He's going to come back. He's going to come back. He's going to come back with a club. Like the football players have on his injured hand. He's just going to bludgeon Scott Brooks to death in the middle of the game.
I'm surprised he didn't do that already, to be honest with you. I'm surprised he didn't come you know what? I don't need a thumb. I don't have my dominant hand. I don't need that. Let's go. Yeah.
I mean, hey, post All-Star break, he had a break from shooting, right? And then he came out and he was playing really well. Yeah. So what is the logical solution to that? It's like Snow Day Marcus. He has a day off. He shoots really well afterwards. So the more time you have off, he's had over a month off at this point? Yeah. Something like that.
Go.
He might not miss a shot for the rest of his career. Yeah. So
what is the line? Evan's the resident gambling man.
Terrible
what
gambler.
Do you think his line
I'm the resident awful gambler who doesn't do it anymore because he realized he sucked at it. The line for Marcus on 3-pointers made?
Yeah, the amount of 3-pointers on his first day back. Like,
Over
I'm willing
under
to take
is
over
set
at
at 2.5. You got to remember, Smart is one of the worst volume shooters in NBA history. So you have to as a Vegas guy, you got to factor that in. But you're gonna immediately take the over on that, and you're gonna feel confident about it, and that's why you're gonna lose, because that's exactly what they do. Trust me, I've learned enough about being burnt by Vegas enough to not be suckered in by that one.
First off, his playoff 3-point percentage is
Right.
out of this world. You don't have to
like-
fact check me. Just leave me
Like
right
80%, 80% or something?
Yeah, it's at least 80.
Around there, yeah.
It's at least 80. Well, with that'll conclude this very entertaining but fairly meaningless episode of Celtics Roundtable here on CLNS Media. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are the greatest people of all time. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter at CLNS Roundtable. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the CLNS Media YouTube page. There's like 13,000, 14,000 of you now, which is absolutely insane. It's crazy. I love every single one of you. Today's show brought to you in part by eHarmony. You can go to eHarmony.com today. Use that promo code Boston Celtics at checkout for a free month when you sign up for a 3-month subscription. And I want to thank my crew along with me today. Would not be possible without these fine gentlemen, Lucky's Pipe, Jack Michael, Matt Ignal, and myself, Evan Valenti. We love you guys. We'll see you next time as a part of Celtics Roundtable right here on CLNS Media.